belief in religion, spirituality, and astrology is deep rooted in our culture and will never lose its appeal among Indians. Even in USA, there's a huge market for astrology, and entrepreneurs have rightly tapped into this segment. Believe it or not, most of us are inclined towards astrology in some way or the other, even as a means of entertaining ourselves. Whenever we are distressed, people cope up with these challenges in different ways. One such way is through astrology. Even critics who deny it outright probably take a glance through their weekly horoscope in newspaper columns, perhaps to entertain themselves. Estimated to be over $40 billion as per the media reports, the Indian spiritual and religious market is promising. Out of this, the horoscope market in India alone is $10 billion, with 2 million astrologers practicing astrology. The US online astrology market is worth USD 20 million, and the telecom astrology market is USA and UK is pegged at $1 billion US. In India, astrology forms one of the quarters of media's content that sells ABCD. That is astrology, Bollywood, cricket, and divinity. Astrology is a mainstay category in publishing with the belief rate of 30 to 40% in US, 70 to 90% in Western Europe, and 90+% in Asia Pacific region. Evidence suggests that over 90% of adults know their sun signs. Some survey also indicates that well over half agree with the sign's character description as good fit. We sit on a rock made of nickel, iron, silicon, oxygen, and other minerals that orbits our star at 67,000 miles per hour. From our perspective, it appears the backdrop provided by the sky moves overhead. The sun rises and sets. The constellations appear overhead 4 times earlier each night. But of course, we are the ones moving. The Earth rotates about its axis, bringing the Sun into and then out of the view. The Earth also moves through our solar system, making one full lap around the Sun every 365 days. As we make this lap, we are pointed at different directions in the sky and thus see different stars overhead. Unless, of course, you are near one of the poles, then you don't get as much variety as far as constellations go. The 12 signs given in the horoscope map out of the zodiac, the 12 constellations we pass by on our 1 year long trip. So when you say you are an Aries, that means you are born in late March to mid-April. The sun was toward the constellation Aries, except that's not quite right. You see, Earth also has an additional form of motion called precession, which is a fancy word for wobble. The Earth wobbles about its axis, a little spin. You can think of a top that is starting to slow down after you have set it to spin. This motion is slight. Tracing out one loop of this wobble takes 26,000 years. But it adds up. Since the time when astronomers and astrologers alike started laying out the zodiac on the sky some 2000 years ago, our position relative to those constellations has drifted off by about 30 degrees or one whole month. This means that you may think you are an Aries, but if the horoscopes were connected to their present day constellations, you would actually be more like Pisces. In 1985, physicist Sean Carlson conducted a double-blind test of the idea that astrological charts could accurately describe our personality traits and published his result in the journal Nature. Carlson asked 30 American and European astrologers ranked by their peers as among the best to review the astrological charts for 116 people without meeting them in person. He then provided 3 personality descriptions for each of the 116 people. One description was one that actually described the subject. The other 2 were real personality descriptions, but they described other people. Carlson asked the astrologer to match the right personality with the person's astrological chart. The results, the astrologers were only able to make the correct match 1/3 of the time. In other words, given the 3 personality descriptions for the subject, you would have 1 in 3 chance of picking the right one. Overall, the astrologers matched 1 in 3 charts correctively, so their results were no better than they would be based on random chance. Carlson concluded that astrologers likely work off on body language and reaction of their clients during in-person meeting to improve their odds at correctly guessing the relevant details about their lives. The art is known as cold reading. Many people report reading their horoscopes just for entertainment. The most generous interpretation is that this form of astrology is just harmless fun. However, more critical interpretations, like that of sociologist Theodore Adorno in 1950s, claim the belief in astrology leads more easily to belief in authoritarian values and a more easily controlled populace. If your future is already decided, then why bother trying to address your own failures or strive for something better? Here is the bottom line. Astrology fails to predict life event outcomes any better than chance. It also fails to provide a mechanism by which it could work. What exactly is the connection between the stars overhead when you were born and whether or not you should make big decisions in the summer? My searches for any such explanation came up empty.